Hi guys, many of you guys have been asking for a video, so this is gonna be my first video. This is my first win against 7Seas a while back, the beginning of this month. I have had like 6 losses against him, and this was the first game I won. And I just wanted this to be an introduction to how to blitz a higher player, because I've also started trying this blitzing style setup, and I thought this would be a good first game to try out. So let's get into it. So I just move up the scout and put the major in the center, so it's just in case he comes in with like trades captain, so this spy never gets really too open. And then we find a lieutenant. This was a misclick by me. I meant to take the free lieutenant. I didn't mean to take this piece. Um, so we pick up 2 lieutenants to start the game. So this blitz idea is just to sack these lower end pieces and then come out with a marshal and maybe sack one of these majors. So basically here I'm coming in with the marshal to back this captain because he knows this colonel. So there's odds are that I'm actually might pick up a major here. So then I just decided to sack this minor. And yes, I did pick up I picked up the major. And then he realized I'm starting to blitz him. Uh, I mean, I moved left to see what this was because he never took this minor. So I just want to clear this obstacle out in case there may be a bomb or something I need to know about. So we find this lieutenant, we come out with this captain, and here I do take the scout because he just had a major I took with my marshal a few minutes ago. So I thought taking with the captain and having another major here is pretty unlikely. So we find a colonel, which is good info. He moves back. And when you're blitzing someone, you don't want to take unnecessary risks unless you have to or you win material. So I decided not to move to this piece. We He just gives us a sergeant. We scout. So already the fact that he didn't move his colonel here already tells me that the spy is probably somewhere around here. Probably most likely this piece. And against a better player, they're most likely never gonna bluff you. I was maybe like 200 points lower than him, so he's not gonna take this risk where I can just take a free colonel. So a free colonel. So it's the spy has to be here somewhere. So yeah, this is pretty annoying. He took a sergeant and then he took all these pieces, and then I decided not to take with the gem because I don't think giving that info was worth it. So I found this other colonel. Uh, I come in with this major to take this lieutenant out, and and maybe try and see what this piece is, but not with the major. I have to come in with another piece. So he gives us this lieutenant, by the way, which is good. So now we can try and force a trade here. And we just sit our gen in the center because it just counters if his gen comes in or even his marshal comes in, my gen and my spy be a nice blockade in the center. So I just pick up this lieutenant, and then I try to trade my colonel, but he's not letting me. So this could be a really good piece. Uh, and he also announces that this is a spy, and the reason is the I don't sack my major is because if this is the marshal, for example, I take, he takes, I go down there, he goes down here, I go back, he can go up and trade. And if I charge my marshal and he's just going to trade and I don't gain anything from that, I'll just be losing my only major advantage because I'm also down 2 lieutenants. I mean, sorry, 2 captains, even though I have 4 lieutenants. Okay, here, he plays an interesting move here. So clearly this isn't the spy, right? Because I know this is the colonel, so this has to be the marshal. Otherwise, he wouldn't be giving me a free piece. But the problem is if I take, he comes in and he completely two squares my he two squares my major. So what I did was I just moved back. But looking back now, maybe taking was the right idea. And then if he goes here, I go here, and then but the problem was I forgot this colonel. I thought this might have been the general. So that was the problem. But looking back now, if I take, he takes, I take, he goes colonel left, I go major left. I should be able to save my major. But so I do go colonel down. He trades. I go major left. Now my goal is to just get the gen through the center. Okay, so we do lose a lieutenant, but that's fine because we have tempo. And then here I made a huge mistake. I forgot this was the second kernel. This was a big memory error by my part. So I just smashed in with the general. I did lose the major. It would have been nice if it could lotto this and maybe find out what that, maybe find bomb info or even a piece instead of giving it away for free. But then I find a scout here. So these pieces have moved, right? So this is what he's doing here. If when he moves here, is this piece has got to be more important than captain. I'm already assuming this is a gen because you wouldn't rush a known kernel with something so trivial, and it can't be the spy because you just sacked a captain for it. So, and then now this is not good because you know, we lose a captain and we could lose this major potentially. So here the problem is he's coming in. He's gonna take one of these two pieces, right? Um, if I go major left, he can go kernel right, and I actually lose the major through a series of exchanges. It'll be like here, here, here. He goes and he pressures my major, and then I'm forced to move back, and he goes gen left. So the correct play was just moving the lieutenant up. So in no scenario he can two square my major, but after I move here, he actually has kernel right and then down. Um, if kernel right, then my major, he's gonna attack my major no matter what next move, and he just charges in and he picks up this major through a tactic. So this was a big mistake on my part as well. So he comes in, takes this free lieutenant. Lucky he didn't decide not to go for the major. So now my major can't get trapped because his gen is contained. And then here I offer a trade and he accepts. So now I'm just kind of like seeing what he's trying to do. And now I decided to just sack the spy. So he traded generals. I just hit anything with the spy because I just need info right now. So here, yeah. So I actually decided to come in with the major first because then I could actually test a piece with the spy and see if I can pick something up. So I find a captain. I'm assuming this is a major, right? So I don't want to trade. And then now I decide to come in with the second major and see if I can pick this captain up. For example, if I can go and trade this major and then go here and then this is the captain is trapped. So he moves this piece out, which is sensible by him. So now he moves his uh, captain left, so I can't trade majors and then take this captain. I go here, so then again he has to make sure he goes left, and then I just kind of double stall here for a while, double counter chase. And the thing is, I'm down a captain and I'm down a minor for two lieutenants and a scout. He knows both of my majors, right? And I know one of his captains, so I don't think I can personally advance his position. So I just stall for a while, see what he does. So he trades majors, and then I come in. So now he has to try and find a way for this thing to escape. So I go here. So since he moved this piece out, is he can I can't chase this captain anymore. So now I just pick up this sergeant, and I thought this was a spy, which is why I didn't take it. I just thought it wasn't a good piece. So I just got a free sergeant, which I'm fine with. Now he has to make sure that maybe going back was better. If he goes back, because after this, if he moves this piece, for example, I go here, I go here, I go here, and then I take this piece, because it can't go anywhere. So now I'm just kind of like anti-playing with my major because I have like zero info and seeing if he's willing to do anything advance this game. So I come out with this minor because I have this lane and I decide that maybe I can play for something. And since he's such a better player than me, I'm assuming a tripod. So it has to be one of these, right? And since I have access with my major, um, I mean like he's giving me a shot at the flag. So here, this is a crucial moment in the game. It makes no sense why he'd let me, come in with my miner if it was this tripod or this tripod because I could hit either of them. So I'm all already assuming it's either got to be a corner or it's got to be a two over tripod because if it was one of these then I would come in and hit it and he wouldn't risk that. So I go major left and I don't think it's a corner. It may be a corner, but I decided to hit this first. So I hit this. We get a bomb, which is good. He takes with the major. So that eliminates the corner tripod possibility. So I'm already highly suspecting this is the flag, but it isn't worth the risk. So this is interesting. When I go here, he goes left, right? I didn't think this was a good piece because I don't think this is a good piece because I just sat my major next to it. So I come out with this lieutenant, and apparently it's a captain, which I'm really surprised by because I literally sat my major next to this piece, and he never even moved it, and he didn't even take the lane either. So I was surprised. So I just come out with this lieutenant. So probably scout here was probably the better idea, but I decided to do it later. So now I go left. So now I'm trying to scout this piece. He blocks it, which is interesting. I try to bring my scout out around the other way. Because if this is a piece and he takes, then I get one of the pieces. So now he sacks a miner, which really makes me think this is the flag, but I don't think it's worth the risk right now because I have chances to win now. So now he takes his second row bomb. We just take with the sergeant, and then he hits another miner here. So he obviously thinks it's closed. This is a really good setup because it's people really don't suspect this. And then he's gonna lotto that, so that's really good for me. And now the game is kind of over because I can literally just sack the sergeant because I'm just up a lieutenant, two sergeants, and a miner. So I make sure that everything is contained, and I didn't think this was the major, so I thought this had to be the major. Whoops. So yeah, so this was the major. I was correct. And then this piece is probably just a sergeant. So I come around with my sergeant, contain the lane, and then manage to completely just trade this piece off. And then I did give up this miner because I didn't want him to get access to the flag. And also, it's worth getting his major trapped because we're literally just up two sergeants. The game's basically over. Unless he guesses. Yeah, he can't even guess right because I just have way too many pieces. And then he lottos that and the game's over. So let me know how that first video was. And any comments or questions you guys have.